Hello everybody, welcome back to 10-Minute Reviews. Jason here, bringing you today's video. So real fast, I don't want to make this too long for an intro, so I'm going to try and compress it. Thank you very much to our fans. Thank you very much to our patrons. Don't forget to check the links down below for links to today's book, any other applicable links. And don't forget to check the end of the videos for details on our contests. I'm going to be running a contest on the main channel, and I'm going to have a couple of contests on the Patreon, so don't forget to check that as well. Got a bunch of signed books and stuff that I want to give away. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and jump straight into today's video. Don't forget to check those links down below, guys. Got more information down there. Catch you soon. So today's video, and this one might be a little bit shorter because I don't want to give out too many spoilers, is an author I've already talked about once, and like I've said before, has become my favorite lit RPG author, favorite lit RPG series. I want to talk about Zogarth and Primal Hunter 2. Primal Hunter 2. Now, since I'm now talking about 2, I feel like I can go ahead and talk spoilers from 1, because I assume if you're watching this, you've read 1. If not, I would go read 1 real quick. So in the first book, and the first half of the tutorial, because he finishes the tutorial in this book. In book 1, he went through that dungeon and ended up meeting Vili, the god, and we learn more about this god in later periods of the book. He meets this god, and he becomes the chosen of this god for interesting reasons. Basically, he becomes this god's friend, despite the fact that he is not even an ant as far as power levels go, as far as this god is concerned. But he ends up the chosen of this god, which is going to have a lot of impact later on in the series. For now, it just adds some small bonuses to him, a couple other little boosts, and of course his alchemy profession. His alchemy profession ends up being a major player in what Jake can do and what he ends up doing further on in the series. But for now, it's just interesting. It also, book 1 and that dungeon and the alchemy really started Jake's, let's say, his hatred for mushrooms. You don't really see it till later on in the series, but Jake hates mushrooms. He hates mushrooms, and yet he has to eat a lot of mushrooms. So now, book 2, he is out of the dungeon, and he is looking just to finish the tutorial. Again, I don't want to give spoilers to this. In this book, he does deal with a few lingering issues, such as William. William pops up in book 1. He does deal with William quite decisively, I might add. But for the most part, the main thrust of this book is this quest that he has. These beast lords. I want to say there were 4 of them. These beast lords, and then the king, the forest king, I believe it is, and how this can go. So the primary focus of this book is Jake attempting to, one at a time, go and deal with these individual beast lords before the end of the tutorial, because the tutorial is coming. The countdown is there. He knows there's an end point, and he's already accomplished more than enough that he's going to be just fine coming out of this tutorial. But he's sort of a completionist, and he's a hunter. That is the thing, hence Primal Hunter. But Jake is a hunter. He likes to go after beings and creatures that are stronger than him. That is almost the entire focus of what he is and what he can do, and his abilities, and the lit RPG aspects, his class, not his profession, but his class, and a lot of the abilities of his class, and some of the drawbacks of his class. But a lot of it deals with beings that are stronger than him, and the fact that he is a hunter. He hunts creatures that are stronger than him, such as these beast lords, some of which are significantly stronger than him. And the quest, he has to hunt these individual beast lords down. They are all stupid strong. And then from there, if he manages to defeat them, then he has to, in order to complete this quest, has to end up dealing with or hunting the forest king, kind of the uber beast above all 4 of these beast lords. And as we end up discovering, defeating this quest is not mandatory. As we already know, he can finish the tutorial just by hunkering down. He can go back to the original dungeon, or he can just hunker down in the woods, and he'll be fine. He'll be absolutely fine. He'll complete the tutorial. He'll probably be the highest scoring person in the tutorial, get all kinds of bonuses. But of course, that's just not in Jake's DNA. And when I say in his DNA, I'm even talking all the way down into his bloodline, because his bloodline plays a major part of what occurs near the tail end of this book. He learns more about his bloodline further on in the series, but it plays a major part of what occurs at the end of this book. One of the awesome things with Zogarth and with Primal Hunter is that so many things that happen within his books have these threads that then reach through the rest of the books. Enemies can become allies, enemies can become subordinates, allies can become enemies, allies can just become friends, friends can become subordinates, friends can become allies. And the power level, the lit RPG aspect of this, following the usual leveling up, evolving of classes, evolving of professions, evolving of the body itself, going to different grades, from F grade to E grade to D grade, so on and so forth, are kind of key aspects. And yet, as he goes up this power scale, the world around him also goes up this power scale. Now, Jake does very much end up being sort of kind of an overpowered MC, but only within the confines of his society, his world, the newly integrated to this system. When you get to outside of that, he is very much outclassed, as he does end up realizing at some point within this book. And book 2 is the final part of the tutorial. When he finishes, the end of the book does deal with the end of the tutorial and getting ready to be reintegrated into a very changed Earth and very changed Earth society. Guys, I said it before, phenomenal series. You have to read Primal Hunter. This was recommended to me so many times and I kept putting it off, and I wish I had an amazing series. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye now. Welcome back. So for our contests. So for the contest here on the main channel, I'm going to be running 2 contests for this month. The contest will end at the end of April. Just email me at reviewsin10@gmail.com. Put contest in the subject line so I do not skip past it. I do get a lot of emails. And I'm actually going to be running 2 contests. Email me for the first contest. Email me your suggestions for 4 categories of books. You don't have to send me 4 suggestions. Some people don't read certain categories, and that is certainly fine. Just email me your suggestions of books that I have not reviewed. Doesn't mean I haven't read them, but that I have not reviewed, in 4 genres: sci-fi, lit RPG, cultivation, and the harem lit. Of course, I'm missing fantasy, but that comes up a lot with cultivation and with lit RPG and with the harem lit, so I'm just kind of leaving that one out. And I will pick of my favorites out of that. I will pick a winner, and I have a signed copy of Advent 9 by T. Alan Horn, and that will be going to that winner. I do actually have a bunch of books for further contests as well, but it's a signed copy of Advent 9 by T. Alan Horn that I will send out to the winner. And the second contest going on the main channel is pick a book. Pick a book that you've read that I have not reviewed, and email me a quick little personal review. If you can talk me into reading that book, the winner of that one will receive a signed copy of J.J. Thorne's Apocalypse Assassin, right? Yeah, Apocalypse Assassin, which I've reviewed this one. I've also reviewed Advent 9. So again, put contest in the subject line, and if you're interested in maybe getting a complete set of Mickey Kare's or the Heavy Weight of It All Book 1, also signed, check out our Patreon. I've got 2 contests that will be going on there as well. Thanks everybody. Hope you guys enjoy the videos, and don't forget to email me. Bye now.